Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to give you another update on a hanging basket that we planted a couple weeks ago with the new 2022 Proven Winners annuals for this year. Some of the most awesome colors that I've seen, and I went with all lavenders as I put in this basket. If you remember when I planted them way back a couple months ago, we were planting those small little plants that have turned into quite the showcase in this new hanging basket, and I think it's one of my favorite hanging baskets that I've ever done. But it was just kind of an experiment to see how the plants would interact with each other, and I think they've done super well here on this eastern side of our house, right next to our back porch and door. So let me go through and talk about what we have in here, because they're just absolutely beautiful. Okay, so first of all, I want to turn this so you can see how beautiful this is. This is the Lobularia, or Alyssum from Proven Winners, the Violet Night that is new for this year. And when I received this in the mail, because I had to pre-order all of these because we typically don't get the brand new 2022 varieties at our local garden centers over here in Southern California. So if I'm interested in something that I see and I like it, I've ordered through Proven Winners, which I'm so thankful they have that available to us if we want to order. But anyways, this Violet Night came and it was a little bit, small. I put it in sheltered sun as I took them out of the box for that first week, but even then it mostly burned and it died back a lot, so I had to put it in what I called sick bay for a while, and to kind of get it used to the sunlight and take care of it, fertilize it in its can that it came in, grow it out a little bit, as I did with all of these, and you wouldn't even be able to tell that I had a problem with this at any point. So it's doing very well. This is one plant taking this whole complete area of the front of the hanging basket. Look at that color. Now behind the Lobularia, you can see this beautiful double twilight, brand new super bells from Proven Winners. Lavender with the deep purple throat. Just absolutely beautiful. These were also small when I first received them. They didn't die back or burn or anything, but I did grow them out in their cans a little bit before I planted them. And they were quite healthy, if you remember, from when I planted them originally. But now they've really taken off, covering through the middle over both sides. I had two plants in here. Obviously, the Alyssum was in the front, and I planted one on this side and one on this side of the hanging basket, and they just look absolutely beautiful. You can see how they're intermixing with the Alyssum here, which is really cool. It gives you a little bit of variation there. Now, on the back side of this, I have that brand new African phlox from Proven Winners. Beautiful lavender with a white and orange throat, and I think this is a perfect complement to every plant that's in here, and it gives a little bit more like texture to the overall presentation of the whole hanging basket. Now, one of the things that leads to a successful hanging basket is the drip irrigation. You've heard me talk about that many times, but it is absolutely true, because if these hanging baskets are consistently watered, now I don't mean doused in water, just a little bit every day, just enough to keep them relatively moist where they can dry out throughout the day and then get watered the next day, then they never go through that harsh drought or stress situation where they wilt and then you water them, douse them with water, and then they suddenly come back. That seems to really stunt the growth and really hinder the development of the overall hanging basket. So one of the greatest things that I figured out finally after years of trying to have hanging baskets was drip irrigation was really, really crucial and super important. The other thing that is number 2 on the list, and you'll hear a lot of people talk about fertilizing your plants, making sure that you feed them once a week with a water soluble. That's obviously number 2. But even if you fertilize them once a week and you don't have that consistent water, they're not as successful. So I always say number 1, drip first, even though fertilizing is pretty much up there, and then number 2, because if they dry out and they fade and they go through stress, it really doesn't matter how much you fertilize, they're still not going to have their fullest potential. Now, I say it's really important to fertilize once a week in a hanging basket. Now, have I done it once a week? Most of the time, but there's been times where I've forgotten, gone maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more than that, but I still try to get out there and give it the nutrients that it needs, because I know it's super important, especially since it is in a hanging basket. I mean, I can't even tell you how impressed I am with this, and the whole idea of doing a complete lavender hanging basket without contrasting colors has been kind of a new thing for me. So I'm really happy the way it turned out. My wife's really happy too. It's one of her favorites that we've had here at the house, and you know, who knows what next year holds. But for now, we're really going to enjoy this hanging basket filled with 2022 Proven Winners annuals for this season. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. More videos to come. We'll see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye, everybody.